right, y'all, this is our take. This is Mark the moderator.
Banks.com, the game is the game always.
Ava the process, 14, Bergen, all day.
All right, y'all. So Banks, you brought up a great point, and I want to talk about it. I want us to have a conversation, get your take. You mentioned several people that came out in support of Rachel Nichols. You mentioned Kendrick Perkins, Richard Jefferson, and Steven Jackson. I think there was two more, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. What's your take on them jumping out and supporting her?
I understand that's your friend. I understand that you probably work with both of these women and you both probably consider them friends. Sometimes you just need to shut the F up, though, man. Shut the F up. Don't say a word. Just stay out of it. Just stay out of it for whatever reason. But something tells me this was orchestrated as well. Steven Jackson, I saw his on a live post. So I think his was about just him coming out to speak or whatever. I think this was coordinated like, yo, listen, Rachel's going to go on the air tonight. And whoever the high ups at ESPN was like, Kendrick, we want you to, say some words of support. We're trying to get over this and trying to move forward or whatever. And, yo, Pete, here's what I will say. What I always said before, man, everybody's built for the revolution. People got families to feed. I don't know if your job is at stake, but I would like to believe in that situation. I would just be, this is what I'm saying, Mark. What if they say like, yo, they're like, yo, Kendrick, we'd like you to say some, hold on. Let me just get my thought out. Kendrick, we'd like you to say some words to support Rachel Nichols. And all. He's like, yo, you know what? This really don't concern me. I consider both of these women's friends. Maria's a friend. I want to stay out of this. Don't pan to me. Don't ask me anything about this. I'm here to talk about basketball. That's not my concern. Well, if that's how you feel, we might have to look at terminating your contract. What do you do in that situation?
Terminating my contract, dog. So I gotta stand for something, man. It can't be money. Yo, that's the thing that gets me with this. Yo, at the end of the day, if you come out, first thing is this, and now we can get at it because we was talking about the last episode. I wanted to hold it to this segment. Let me hold feet to the fire, okay? Where was Kendrick Perkins at when Jalen Rose, he had to apologize? Where was Steven Jackson when right?
Avery's gonna say.
Right? Hold on. Where was these cats at? Where was Richard Jefferson at? It just kills me how when it's us that has to do the apologizing, you don't see these fools running up, jumping out, talking about, oh, yo, yeah, come on, man, yo. It kills me with this, but the moment a white person has to apologize, they gonna find some black people that's going to support them and come out and be positive about that bullshit. Come on, man.
Yo, but Mark, that's what I'm telling you. All of this is orchestrated.
It's good with us tearing each other down.
All of this is orchestrated by them. Kind of like what Banks said. This is them. Yo, listen. This is like, I hate to say it. Yo, it's a masterpiece that ESPN is. Yo, their cleanup is crazy. Their cleanup is crazy.
It don't have to be crazy. It's easy. It's the same blueprint.
That's what I'm saying, though, Ball. You illustrate the point.
Works.
It's like, okay, wait a minute. We got an issue with Rachel Nichols and a black woman. Rachel, you got to come out with an apology. Let's give our black, our black people that work for us. Yo, Kendrick, you on Rachel's show all the time. I need you to come out. This is what you're going to say. Yo, whoever, they orchestrated. So now amongst us, we're supposed to feel like, oh, my brother said it was all right. So you know what? It's all right. It's cool. But we see through that. You see what I'm saying? We see through that. This is why Jamal Hill is not on ESPN.
Yo, and listen, where was the support for Michael Hill, Jamel Hill, when they went through when a Michael Smith, when they went through right their thing with ESPN? Where was these people at?
And yo, riddle me this and tell me if I'm wrong. Michael Smith essentially, once Jamel Hill left, was like, that's my people's, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, well, actually, they knew their contract wasn't going to be renewed, and they pretty much set it up that way. ESPN did them dirty, and they tried to pit them against each other, and that's when Michael Smith did not let that happen. He said, "I'm out. If she's out, I'm out." But ESPN, like you said, they got chess moves that they play, and we're the ones that love playing chess with them because we are the idiots.
The PR team that's what they do. That's
what it is. But you know what I kind of like now too, though. We moved away from a world where ESPN, their tagline is the worldwide leader in sports. yo, you can go and create content anywhere, as you see with a Jamel Hill, as you see with a Michael Smith, you see with all these people. I hope everybody, if Maria Taylor does bounce, I hope everybody does follow her to wherever she goes. You know, because it's a cool thing to see when we take our power back and we start moving. Start moving on one accord.
Jamel Hill said it best. She said, "I've been telling y'all this for the longest time, and y'all didn't want to hear me. And here it go again. You're seeing it play out. This is what they do, and this is why they always go in that black anchors that they have. Carrie Champion's another one. They had a horrible time there, and this is the games that they play. But my question is going to be, is Stephen A. Smith at?
Come on now.
The face of ESPN. Where he at, man? Where's he at? All right. When this sister, Maria Taylor, again, who's coming out for her? We see these black people running around for Rachel Nichols. Who's there for her?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody seen them? Anybody seen them? I'm just asking.
But we know. Well, we already know. Everybody on this show already knows Stephen A. was going to come out and say nothing in support. I would have been shocked if I seen Stephen A. up there talking about, I stand behind Maria Taylor.
Banks, Mark, this is what I'm saying. You're not going to see anyone from ESPN, any black person particularly, come out on air and say anything in support of Maria Taylor. Because it's not what they trying to peddle. That's not the theme here. You know what I'm saying? The theme is not going to be to support a black woman. Not at ESPN. Yes, we're going to make sure we got this diversity, but we're not going to outwardly allow you to go on my air, on my time, and berate Rachel Nichols in support of Maria Taylor. Nah, we're going to do this cleanup the way we're going to do it. That's the stuff.
But shout out to Maria Taylor. Like Mark said, she hasn't said a word. She comes to work. She does her job. I'm not trying to hear your apology, white woman. Don't talk to me. When I see you, keep it moving. Don't say a word to me. I'm doing my job.
I got something to add to that. I know y'all might be, unpopular, but nobody know if ESPN was like, Marie, you gonna shut up about this right now. No, that's her employer at the end of the day. And I'm not saying that she is what she is, but nobody's saying don't say a word. Or her publicist is not telling her, nah, you ain't talking.
It's gonna come a time when it comes out.
It's gonna happen.
If you seen the Kevin Hart special, right? And you see what happened when he came out and he had those homophobic, slurs that he had from years ago. His publicist was pleading to him. And he was like, nah, I'm not coming out. I'm not going to repeat. But at the end of the day, what happened? I'll let y'all watch it, but what happened?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sip your mark. I'm telling you, this is
listen. I totally get it. But what I'm doing now and what we're doing is calling out what we need to call out because nobody else is going to call it out. The one thing that I'm tired of is seeing is this here. There's an open highway to tear down black people tearing down black people on national airways. It's an open highway. I cannot deal with the toll booth bridge when it comes to a white person and all of a sudden we got to pay a toll to cross that bridge. Okay, that's a problem. At the end of the day, we watch athletes get torn down on a regular basis, and people are cool with it. Why?
Well, you know why.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. You know what I mean?
No, let our viewers know why. Maybe let the viewers know why.
Society wants, all right, so the reality is that no matter how high a black man gets in society, there is something wrong with that black man. And I'm going to find out what's wrong with that black man. I'm going to find out all his transgressions. I'm going to find out what he's quote unquote weak at. They wait, shout to Biggie, man. They pray on our downfall. That's the reality. That's real. Like they see you get so high and what they do, the moment they see the weakness, they attack you. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do. So if they can't get you by criminalizing you, they're going to get you in another way. That is how society treats black men on every level. So no matter if you're rich, poor, or somewhere in the middle class, they're going to find something wrong with you to report on. That's the fact. That's just what it is.
Thanks.
Avery said it best, man. And I really don't got anything to add to that. I think the funny thing is that we got an interesting dynamic coming up, though. If the finals goes to 7 games, game 7 will be July 22nd. Maria Taylor's contract expires July 20th. And she's asking for Stephen A. Smith money. So that's what I want to see. I want to see that. That's what I'm trying to get at and see.
I mean, listen, what I'm going to bring up and what I keep saying, what I've done, and I'm going to hold my own feet to the fire. In the past 6 months, I've taken upon myself to have an awakening where now I no longer attack Black athletes. I refuse to do it. I refuse to be a part of the narrative that we're going to continue to have this energy against our own. I'm not doing that no more. And here's why. I watch it every single day play out. Say what?
Steph Curry? No.
No. Listen, hold up. Avery will tell you. Avery, have I said anything negative, anything about Steph Curry in the past 6 months?
Surprisingly,
I haven't. Yo, listen, I've walked away from it, man, because I realized what I was doing was pushing the white man's narrative that this is what he want us there to do, and I'm not going to be a puppet anymore doing that. I'm going to uplift. I'm going to push. I am going to support our own Black athletes because not enough of that is being done. We have come comfortable in a place of tearing our own down. And it seems to be fun. It seems to be cute. It's memes, it's gifts, it's all these things. And we do not give these guys the credit that they should get. And sadly, like what Avery just said, we look for the kinks, we look for the errors, we look for the bad. And no matter what, we try and find the negative inside of them. But yet, we don't have the same energy for white athletes. And that's a problem. Because if the energy was equal, then that's a different story. But when it's not equal, y'all, what are we really doing?
And I just want to add, like, I feel like there needs to be more context put into critiquing athletes or critiquing sports. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, we talked about Paul George, you know what I'm saying? And people was like, yo, Paul George came out and told heads like, yo, I was struggling mentally. And we took that and ran with it like, yo, he's just trash in the playoffs. Like that had no validity to it. Like, these guys are not human beings. You know what I'm saying? So I think when we critique sports, when we have our opinion about sports, I think we have to contextualize the game within the game as opposed to the person speaking on their mental, speaking on their, that they're weak, or speaking on, we just got to reinvent how we look at things, particularly as Black men, when we talk about other Black men. I got to agree with that, Mark.
I think Avery made a great point right there. I'm not willing to go as far as you, Mark, where I say I won't critique anybody, but I think it's one thing to leave it on the field. If you want to critique somebody's play, and you can be smart about critiquing somebody's play without calling them a bum or something like that. You can say Paul George has not played well this series. The Clippers expect more from Paul George. His teammates expect more. There's a smart way to critique somebody and leave it at their game. Whereas,
right.
Somebody called them polyester P. Yeah, that's cute and everything like that, but it's not necessary. You know what I mean? And I agree with both y'all points. As Black men, you shouldn't be on the air doing that. If you want to say, listen, this person is not playing well, or they're not doing their job, or I need to see better effort or something from them, I'm completely fine with that. The personal attacks, though, when you're a Black man or a Black woman critiquing another Black man or another Black woman, need to stop.
And Banks, that's spot on, because here's the difference. And what I'm saying is just what y'all are saying, but this is here. We critique white athletes, but we don't get personal. We don't drag them through the mud. We don't go to the lowest place that we can go with them. We don't do that. And that's why I said I cannot no longer do that with a Black man, a Black athlete. I can't do it. And I'm moving away from it. Now, again, to critique someone's game is one thing. If you had a bad game, you had a bad game. But like you said, let's not take it beyond that. Because now when you start, and there's a lot to really start unraveling here when we have this conversation, because of the conversation brings us to a place of being awakened by what we have been doing and what is the norm. Right. The norm comes back to that it's comfortable for us to do it on one side. And I keep asking the question, why don't we do it on the other side? And it's funny to me how we hold and we're very, very, very clever on how we critique white athletes and why.
Question about that though, do you think
Sure.
it has anything to do with the fact that we dominate sports? And when I say dominate, well, let me just say we're 80% of the league of the NBA, 80% of the NFL, somewhere around that. So we rarely talk about white athletes.
No. Let me answer that for you, Banks, because this is what I've done. I went back and I started looking up, and yes, I'm not a hockey fan. Let me just say it. But what I did is went back and I looked at the media scrutiny against the black athletes that are playing hockey, which they are 7% of black athletes, black men playing hockey to right now. They are the largest scrutinized athletes in hockey. Okay, so when you use that percentage number, that's why I say you could throw it out because if that's the case, they would not be the highest scrutinized athlete in hockey if that was the case. It's not about the numbers, it is about the color. And that's what we have to be honest about. And let's have, if we talk about real talk, we don't want to be honest with ourselves. We really don't. We don't want to face the mirror that shows us that we hold our own to a different standard. And that's crazy to me.
Can I show y'all something real quick? I watched.
This will be the last second. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I looked at something. I looked at an article about Maria Taylor, right? And they used two pictures in the article. I want you to look at these two pictures and tell me if you see something. Look at this picture they used of her. Right? And look at this other picture they used of her. Do y'all see anything, or is it just me? And I want y'all opinion real quick before I give mine.
She's not smiling.
They use those pictures on purpose to make her look like the angry black woman. You mean to tell me Maria Taylor's on TV all the time? You couldn't find two pictures of Maria Taylor smiling? She's talking.
They don't have to.
Like, yeah, whatever. I don't.
They don't have to, Banks. It doesn't fit the narrative.
It's so crazy.
Psychological play.
This is what I'm saying. We are part of the media, but you
psychological warfare, man.
The little things that they do, and if you look up I guarantee I didn't look too hard, but if you look up something talking about Rachel Nichols, she's smiling in every picture. I almost guarantee you she's smiling in every picture.
On that note, thank y'all for tuning in. This has been a great conversation. This is our take. What's yours? Peace.